Uh, Now, I would like to start this video by saying I do not know much about Zimbabwe politics. I don't follow it. It's just enough for me to try to follow what happens domestically. But if armed military personnel take over the city and lock the president up, I would call that a coup. Yeah, I called it a coup. A couple years ago, I would have called it a coup because I didn't really know the pronunciation of coup. Call it a coup. So now I call it a coup. But I would call that a coup if they come in with guns. They ain't just come in with a note like, hey, man, we need you to go in this building and lock the door behind you. No, no. So they're taking over. And they say the reason they're taking over is because Mugabe is a horrible president. And he started kicking people out who would succeed him. So they don't really have a democracy. Nobody should succeed you. People should be elected. Elected.
People should be elected. Elected.
So from what I gather, Mugabe, took his number two guy that the people wanted to succeed him and fired him. Kicked him out. And he's making way, at least according to reports, for his wife to be his successor. And apparently they don't want his wife being his successor. By the time news from places like Zimbabwe gets to the States, it's been twisted and mutilated and I don't know if it's even verifiable, right? But all I know is I've been seeing tweets and I've been looking at articles from places like the BBC, Reuters, and I've seen clips of actual people, Zimbabweans, being kind of happy that Mugabe is being overthrown. So, yeah, if the people don't want you, and if your system is not that of a democratic system, well, then I guess they have no choice. I do know Mugabe is in his 90s. I do know he's in his 90s. I do know he's been at the helm for 30-something, almost 40 years, right? And I do know Zimbabwe has a lot of issues, like the economy is not growing, and people don't feel like there's real hope in the country under the current administration. I would think that would be an indicator that maybe if you weren't just trying to hold on to power, that you would take a seat over there. I mean, but, people want power. People want to remain in charge. So I'm not saying I support the coup. What I'm doing is I'm reporting to you that there is something going on in Zimbabwe. It appears to be a coup. Mugabe's been at the helm for many years. And maybe, just maybe, somebody else should take it up. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments section about Mugabe and about the situation in Zimbabwe. Is Mugabe good for Zimbabwe? Hold on. Does this mofo have a picture of himself on his own goddamn jacket? Who does that? Who is that? Donald Trump is vain as hell, right? And I think Obama was vain too. Both very vain people. But I don't think they're vain enough that they would put a picture of themselves on their own goddamn blazer jacket, sport coat. Look, I'm sitting here editing this video, and the ending was going to be totally different. I had to change the ending of the video because I saw this picture that I was putting in at the end of, as I was editing. So the ending is this. I don't care what you mofos say. Mugabe is a vain, arrogant bastard. He has to be. No one would do this. I don't need to know nothing about his politics. All I got to know, right, is that picture. Because that picture says it all, man. It's like the windows to the soul. That's what that picture is. So, comment below. Say how you feel, but how I feel Mugabe got to go.